This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Green Bay Packers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Go. 180. 50 Value three.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Check, nickel. Hold on. Check.
Now a first down throw, gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses. Of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
First down, Los Angeles.
50 goes to the line. 20. Check. 56 to Mike, boy. 56.
From the red zone now, Goff. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
80 weapons. Back.
Now Taylor. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. from the gun. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On now is the Packers punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Goff. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Check back, check back.
Ready? Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out.
Get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Kill.
X3, 218, chopper. Hut.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
3rd and 1.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Coming to you. Shift.
General West. Hey, box drop.
Check right.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Lawrence throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
8, read.
51. Let's go one more. Check 9.
Pilot, 64, read.
Check out, read.
Snap.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Ready,
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Squeeze, double.
Throwing again. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Let's go.
Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. From the gun, Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Go, go.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll come up now with a clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Back to the air on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 38-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch 84. Watch 84. He's going. Single.
Here's Gall. He's letting it fly for Cooks. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 24-yard line.
180. Right there. 56. Go.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
11 now. Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Gall. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So no problems at all on that one. And there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. He had to force the field goal.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. And they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
That's what I do. No. Off.
Recon, 132 fighter. Ready.
2nd and 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
He's coming. We got double up.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Double time. Hey, we got 3 down. Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now it's Goff. This is caught. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Packers take over.
That's it, baby. We gon' work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
You don't want to.
I know, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
61, matchbox lights.
To throw on second down, Lawrence looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And oh, he coughed it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Packers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Get it.
From the gun, Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Set. 10 Lobo.
54. Mike, 54. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Snap.
On first down, Lawrence. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's gonna be a long day. That's gonna be a long day. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Let's go, G. Big
They'll run with Taylor. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They run the counter. Taylor. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more coming.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Up of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Goff now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Goff now throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun. Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Mark's 56. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 13-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. And it'll be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
You got nothing.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Got it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the boot.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Returnable here from the 38. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 47-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
56. Check.
2 for 66.
Pick it up, D. Mike 56.
Hey, Delta.
56. Yeah. Mike 56. Mike 56. Second turn.
On 1st down, it's gone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
A throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Tell me what you got.
Protein spill.
Give me some. Give me some.
Hey, Charlie.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Lawrence. And Adams has it complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Check up.
Mike 54.
Check up.
They run with Taylor. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Set, ready, 50, plant.
Check pass. Switch. Jam.
Hook up. 5.
Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The extra point up and good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and ball again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
4 down.
15.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Goff now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
Right there. 56. I'm coming. 56 to Mike. 56.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. It's caught here by Adams. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Check. Show it up.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. He's got Adams on the hookup. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Goff. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run, it's Gurley, and he'll just plow right into a host of there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I got you, boy.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Mike, go tonight. 180. Ric Flair.
Here we go.
Hey, now look up. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Wahoo.
Here we go again.
What?
Here's Goff. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Cut. 20.
Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again they run with Gurley.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check it back, check it back. Say. Undercut.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be out of bounds just 3 yards shy of the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
A gain on the play. That's good.
70, easy.
First down.
54.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high. Like.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
We own it. We own it. Under 10. You draw Porter. Let it go. Let go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
60 Pittsburgh.
Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before. You run.
Five.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
A big gain on the play. Brings up second and goal to go.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. The home crowd here absolutely loves it, as they should, getting the field goal in the closing moments and likely going to get out of here with a W.
A W, celebrations all around. How about how everyone's going to leave this stadium, right? And you know something? He probably makes more money than most of the 60,000 people here, but they're all willing to buy him dinner tonight, aren't they?
Oh, they don't care. He's a man of the people right now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Tonight's
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Packers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.